Alright guys, we're diving into the drama with Rev. Continue to watch this video because it's interesting, and also please like and subscribe because we're gonna watch more drama. It's pretty interesting that many VTubers are being exposed. I'm gonna get exposed one day, and I'm gonna get cried. As a downside of being a VTuber, you're always gonna face a lot of drama. There's no safe from you. You're always gonna have to face drama as a VTuber or a content creator in general if you're not careful about your words, because everybody's easily offended what you say about. That's why you think before what you say. Now, I don't know much about the situation, so we're gonna watch this video.
Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So today we're going to be talking about the nijisanji Ian Liver Twisty Amanozako, who's facing a lot of controversy right now thanks to a leaked call they had from about a year ago where they said some disparaging things about many different groups, including Indians, men, trans people, and even their own fans. And a lot of people in the nijisanji fan base are very upset, and they are demanding that something be done to her. Now, her experience with nijisanji has been a pretty turbulent one. She's only been there for about a year, but a lot has happened in the beginning where there's some controversies with several things she said, but recently it's been a bit odd. She's only streamed once in the past 6 months, which is obviously not a good sign for an agency VTuber.
Yep,
and
it's
she
not.
also recently streamed on her past life account, which for those who are not familiar with the terminology, past life just means your former account you used before you joined a VTuber agency. And I'll tell you this, 9 times out of 10 when someone streams on their past life account while they're still at a corporation, it's probably not going to end well.
They're probably gonna quit or leave it. No, they'll leave the industry because she's probably getting attacked right now and be harassed. So
typically that doesn't happen unless they're getting ready to leave. And the fact that she's only streamed once in the past 6 months or so at nijisanji, it's not really a great sign of how things are going. Now, what I'm referring to today, which is causing this controversy, is this upload of a leaked call she had. In blue is Twisty, by the way, and she's in a call with 2 other people. I believe at least one of them is a VTuber as well. And in this, she's going to say some controversial stuff that has the nijisanji fans really up at arms. And I will say this because it is now confirmed this is not a fake call. Twisty has come out and confirmed the authenticity of this call herself in an apology that we'll look at later in this video.
I'll pause this because many content creators don't own up and double down or triple down. Now I'm gonna say this: not all VTubers are bad. There are good ones out there, but they are covered by bad VTubers. I don't know about the situation, but I really hope it's not that bad.
Apology that is not going over very well.
The apology,
with
of course.
Nijisanji fan base.
And the video.
Let's jump right into the call.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Twitter's useless, but just to let
me talking to Epic for like an entire 2 hours. What's not that bad again?
talking to the Indians on strict territories.
Okay.
We have a little turbulence at the start of this flight.
Oh.
So she's saying talking to an Indian sounds pretty terrible, referring to this fan who apparently is Indian, and well, that seems to be a theme throughout this video. She doesn't seem to have the best things to say about Indians, and if you're waking up today and you're an Indian nijisanji fan, you're probably having a tough day. Let's just be honest, but let's keep going.
I'll pause again because Indians get I'm not being racist. It's just, I'm saying this. Indians get a reputation of being a scammer, but on this situation, the guy is, he is completely innocent. I don't know why they're hating on them.
Also, sorry for the terrible audio in the background. Apparently, Twisty is playing League, which
oh
probably
my
explains a lot, right? Like, obviously, if you're playing League, you're having a tough time. You're probably going to be very toxic and angry, so, you know, just keep that in mind.
Don't be a red light, okay?
Oh,
I never played
Epic
League of
is his kind.
Leagues before.
Ever since, I feel like, did you say something to him? Because he stopped sending me stuff.
Like money or what?
No, porn.
What?
Yeah, I feel like everyone's going to gloss over that. So the person in blue is someone else on the call. Apparently it's a VTuber. And she says that her fans stopped interacting, and they're like, Twisty's like, what were you receiving? Like money or... No, it was poontang. It's a little odd, right? I don't think that's the healthiest relationship between a content creator and one of their fans, but to each their own, I guess. Just wanted to point that out quickly.
A bear or Epic? I don't remember saying anything to Epic, but I probably have called it. I've definitely called him a creep, but I don't know how recent.
Then he just stopped and then...
Like, I definitely haven't spoken to him in months.
I think Epic is like attached to my she model.
I think so too.
Cause he was like...
I think he's a pedophile and an Indian.
What? What? That's
brutal.
crazy. She is brutal.
Should have like a little meet and greet.
He's really likes she.
Is Epic living?
Yeah, why?
I swear to God, if he shows up to my meet and greet, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm not even kidding.
Wait, why?
Why?
Imagine being one of these, the fans that are directly mentioned. Like, this is, how your Oshi, your favorite VTuber, is talking about you behind the scene. That's gotta be brutal.
Yeah, it is. You're gonna be feeling sad at this point. I don't understand why this is happening. She has so much potential to grow as a good VTuber. I don't understand, bro. This is why I'm afraid of growing even more. 'Cause at the point, people can change if they earn too much damn money.
Okay, I'm sure he's not gonna go, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know how far it is from him, but I feel like solely to piss me off, that is something he would do.
Like,
And I can meet him there. It'll be perfect.
no. I suggest not.
I know that's completely unrated, I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Bond over our mutual obsession.
Oh my god.
You can tell who he is because the stench of brown will just be all over the place.
What?
It'll just smell like fucking curry and you'll know it's him.
Wait, I don't think he's...
Yeah, that doesn't look great.
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't look great. Now, like, I know on social media, if there's like a hierarchy of safe, edgy races to make fun of, it's like white people and then Indians, but I don't necessarily think she's gonna have an easy time dealing with these statements that she made here. But it reminds me too of like Uki Violetta. For those who are not familiar with Nijisanji, he's one of their livers who I believe there's like a 6-minute compilation of him just completely bastardizing white people and straight people. And
What?
clearly, like, some set of white people out there, they broke his mind because he just hates white people. He's very open and honest about it. And the way Nijisanji fans reacted to that was not surprising. I think they're a very woke fan base, a lot of virtue signaling, and they completely forgave him. Not even forgave him. They thought what he said was great. They were happy he said that. But now we're seeing Twisty saying stuff about Indians as well as trans people, as we'll see. And all of a sudden now they're starting to say, hey, wait a minute. That's not so nice. It's very funny to see how that plays out in their fan base.
It smells like curry though. Okay.
Really?
Okay, Epic just messaged me.
People like Epic and Bear should honestly die.
What?
Epic is literally just a fucking parasocial creep who's trying to flirt with VTubers because he cannot have sex IRL.
Man, damn!
I don't know.
He's obsessed with streamers.
I don't know. I think he's just lonely, I guess.
So here's the thing I just want to point out. There's 3 people in the call, right?
Oh.
Obviously, Twisty didn't leak her own call, so it leaves the 2 other people in the call. And the guy in it seems pretty neutral about things.
Mm-hmm.
But the person in blue, correct me if I'm wrong, it seems like they're posturing in a certain way that's trying to make themselves look like the good person, and they're trying to set up Twisty in many different ways. And I'm not saying anything that Twisty's saying is okay or great or anything like that. I just think that this was a very intentional move to try to get her to say bad stuff in a private call she didn't expect to be recorded, and she's kind of leaning into a lot of the stuff she's saying. And of course, like, if this is how she talks, like, clearly the person, or both the people in the call, they know this is the type of stuff she says. So it's just odd to see how much they're posturing this conversation.
I'm gonna say this, if I was her, I would just... You don't want to ruin your own career just by saying that. That's so crazy. I don't understand how people easily open-minded. Like, oh my gosh. I know I'm not big, but if I was her, I would just keep my mouth shut, not talk about anything racist. Just act your... I don't know. It's based on my opinion. I'm just a VTuber's reacting, okay?
Just something to point out.
No, he's a fucking loser. He is a manipulative loser.
Oh my gosh.
Just
Who doesn't even send you money, so you should drop him.
Literal pay pigs.
He told me his brother died.
Who cares?
Oh my gosh!
She is harsh, dude.
She is!
This weekend, yeah.
Did you get her free tickets as a birthday present?
I don't even think I can get myself tickets.
Why not?
Because my company hates me.
So, obviously she's talking about Nijisanji, and this call, as she confirms, was from within the last year. So, obviously very early on in her career with Nijisanji. So it's pretty interesting to see that she already had this negative view of her company that early on. So clearly things have not been going great. And obviously looking at her recent streaming lineup with her official Nijisanji account, things clearly aren't going that well if you're only streaming once in 6 months, where basically that's their primary responsibility in the company, is to live stream.
I feel like you overlook that factor a lot.
Oh my god.
And then the fan comes
Why?
up.
Oh my
the
gosh.
fucking Brave group wave is so
Brave is
bad.
another
I'm
beach
actually
Brave,
like
you see, by the way.
shocked.
Okay.
I don't know how the fuck they got in, because genuinely, it's like the worst I've ever seen.
Wait, does
Like, the one girl,
Oh,
she
yeah.
literally, I need to send you her videos. I'm not even being mean, wife. Like, I'm genuinely, like, shocked and kind of pissed off. I don't even get a fucking call back. And this girl, who literally, the worst I've ever seen. I'm not kidding. Like, it's bad.
Wait,
She
what
has,
are you
like,
talking about?
trans rights in her Twitter bio, which I feel like should be a red flag for any VTuber company if you're talking about that stuff publicly.
Pattern recognition would tell us there's some truth to that. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of the drama that is caused in the VTubing scene originates from people who like to virtue signal on Twitter. I don't think that's like the craziest thing I've ever heard. But understand, again, in the Nijisanji fan base, saying anything like this is like...
It's just
it's
pouring
gonna make
oil in
them
the
very
fire.
mad.
Yeah, it's
Okay?
gonna make them really
And I think
mad.
there's a lot of irony too. A lot of people in the Nijisanji fan base, they're trying to defend all this stuff
Really?
and twist
Oh.
it. And it's funny to see, like, I've dealt with the Nijisanji fan base. They're very unhinged. They love to engage in life ruination, right? They see people like me make fun of someone's pronouns in their Twitter bio because they identify as an it's, right? And
My
they want my
gosh.
sponsors pulled. They want me deplatformed. They want me, honestly, game-ended. And then Twisty says stuff like this, and they're like, hold on, wait a minute. Like, there's more to this. There's got to be more context. Let her explain herself. It's just funny to see the difference of how they treat these things. And if anyone else they didn't like said stuff like this, they would want them ruined. But there's still a very large portion of their fan base that's like, let's not be quick to judgment on this one.
It's so insane. I know this is completely underrated, but it's so freaking insane how people get angry just saying the wrong pronoun. I don't get how you get easily offended by mispronouncing your pronouns. I just don't get it. I don't know. I don't know what this gonna do.
Wait,
And she doesn't really stream, but she uploaded some YouTube videos, and
Wait, are
they're
they,
just
like-
really
are
terrible
they-
covers.
are they
I want to
like,
know who this girl is, by the way.
like
Who are they talking
VTuber?
about?
No.
No.
regular.
Oh. I
Like,
don't know.
she's for the new wave that's gonna debut soon.
I don't know, maybe they saw something in them.
I don't know what the fuck they would see in her. Like, they must be blind.
Well, I don't know, it's objective. Okay.
No.
I'm telling you, the posturing, man. Like, am I wrong about this?
Like, objectively, it's really bad, wife. Like, I will send you it and you'll understand. Like,
Like,
it is just very bad.
okay, that's why it's because the company, like, they really want to make money, right? So they're looking for people that can do the lewd ASMR.
I don't even think this girl can do lewd ASMR, or do you mean, like, the one you're talking about?
Oh, no, I'm just talking about the CEO person.
Oh, yeah.
Lewd ASMR. How about she is, like, cute in her own way?
She's not cute in her own way, wife. I'm not kidding. Like, I could not get through this. Like, it's really bad. Like, it's shock. I cannot believe that she was hired. Like, I'm not even, like, just being mean, because
I've seen this quote everywhere
Oh.
on social media.
I'm transphobic.
No,
Like,
part of it's that.
no, it's not. You watched the video.
I know.
I can't. I think it's cute. Well, your legs are really long, though.
They're so, it doesn't make sense, because the upper, like, half of my body is so compact, and then you just have the longest fucking legs on the planet. Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
So for some context here, apparently she likes having lolly VTuber models, and she's essentially
Why?
saying that nijisanji would not allow her to have that model because, or that type of model, because it'll upset the fan base. Which,
Yeah. As a company, your reputation is important, and people will expect that you're interested in that kind of thing. And people will just say, oh, you're a, you know, that word. If you know it, you know it. I won't say it because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube yet. Yeah, for nijisanji, they're a company, and they're whole responsible of their talent. Of course, they're gonna be very strict. I'm just a VTuber who's reacting to this. And I thought this is kind of BS because literally, nijisanji is protecting themselves from being attacked by Twitter. You know how Twitter acts? Yeah, they get offended easily. Of course, nijisanji is not gonna do that. It's so freaking risky, though. Anyways, I'll probably have to cut some of this out, but who cares?
which, yeah, it kind of makes sense given how they behave.
He kind of looked like me. Cause I have, like,
Then
a
again,
little-
it's my opinion. You
Oh,
all
know
can
how back
disagree.
when that wanted me to have like.
Oh, yeah, he
really
wanted you to have long,
legs.
sexy legs.
Yeah, but I think I look cute.
Legs.
It's literally only because their audience are all fucking Twitter trannies, and they don't want to piss them off, which is fucking weird, because none of those people watch me anyways, so why should I care about, like, them being pissed off? Like,
It
it's so
affects the
stupid.
Why should they care
company.
about you being pissed off?
Then why'd they hire me?
Oh my.
I said this when I talked about her with a different controversy she was involved with. When she
Different
first started with
conversation?
Nijisanji, and like given her past life and like her personality, she's very unhinged. I think it's pretty obvious here. I would just like, does a corporation feel like a good fit for someone like this?
No, not
I
really.
am
No.
genuinely surprised that she was there in the first place. That's not like a critique of her content or her ability to entertain people. I'm just saying, like, people like this, especially if you're edgier, I don't know why you'd want to be in a corporation, especially Nijisanji, whose fan base is extremely pro-cancel culture, stuff like that.
If you're gonna do this, at least spare the company, alright? You're gonna ruin the reputation. And that's not nice. I'm gonna say this, if you're gonna do it, just quit the company at that point. It's why you're even there. You're just gonna ruin the reputation of them. It's not gonna be fair for them. Cause it's their responsibility, because they hired you, and if you don't care, their reputation is gonna take a whole entire hit. Anyways, that's my opinion. You can disagree with that point. Let's continue watching this.
For fun.
Like, maybe they could have looked into the future and, like, realized that the girl who talked about wanting to be a lolly wanted to be a lolly. I don't know. And that just kind of seems weird to me.
I feel like it's pretty obvious that they knew that, based on what they were talking to you about.
Okay, no, it's because they want
they
to
just-
hire you, right? But then they're like, okay,
They just
well,
fucking
we
lied to me,
can't
pretty
do
much.
it.
They literally just lied to me.
No, it's because they wanted to hire you.
Yeah, so they lied.
It's fine. You can get a lolly model next time.
They're never gonna give me a fucking lolly model. Like, it makes me so mad.
Why are you so mad?
And everybody wonders why I don't want to stream. Like, my fans are fucking retarded. And
Oh
they're
my
upset that I
gosh.
spam collabs all day. Have you ever
That's the part that is crazy, though. Like, if you're a fan of her, she just called you mentally challenged because you don't give her enough money. Like, I don't know. That wouldn't sit right with me personally, but I don't know. To each their own, I guess.
ever considered it's because none of you, like, send me any money at all? Like, it's just crazy to me that they don't understand, like, the connection. And I mean, I can't blame them because they're all, like, underage kids and that's Nijisanji's fan base, but why do you want to
True.
pander to those people? Those ugly fucking models that they pay nothing for. Take all of our income.
True.
Oh.
Like, I'm so sick of pronouns.
For those who don't know, by the way, Nijisanji has kind of an infamous factoid about them that's been shared by former talents where apparently when it comes to merch, in most cases, the talents get 2% of the revenue.
2%?
So let's say $100 of merch is sold, they get $2.
That's
That
insane.
is Nijisanji in a nutshell. But anyways.
Fucking lame. Why are all men just mental?
I don't know.
Like, they're literally all the same. Bear has a fucking mental breakdown because he thinks that we're actually dating or something. And he messages me and spams me non-stop because he can't understand.
Okay, guys are just, I'm gonna put
Yeah, men are fucking mentally ill and I think they should all die, honestly.
Oh my god.
Now you pissed me off. Okay. So that was the end of the clip where she says all men are mentally ill and should die. It's not
Why? So does she not understand that men watch her content? Most men watch female VTuber content. There's some female audience. I don't know. Okay, this is from my personal experience. She should honor her audience, respect her audience. I don't know anymore. I don't understand what she's thinking, because you earn a lot. There's a reason why you just suddenly pander these people, because they're the people who support it cleanly. And they're super loyal. Of course, there's some delusional people there.
not great. Not the best quote ever, but the reactions to this leak are completely mixed. Some people are shocked and horrified, and they never want to support her again. But then you see comments down here, everyone's saying she's based and all this
Oh
stuff.
my gosh!
Saying how much. I mean, this is just like in a row, right? The amount of people reacting like this, and people on Twitter have varying reactions. Like this person with 4,500 likes saying, transphobic but joins Nijisanji, hates underage fans because they're Twitter T-words and don't send her money. wants to be a lolly but calls the target audience predators, racist towards her own fan, thinks all men should die, hates drama tuber audience. Who exactly is she trying to appeal to? And, well, eventually she would return to her past life account, the Delulu persona she has, and she has confirmed that this stuff was real. And that was kind of my hesitation earlier today, thinking it could be possible that the leak was faked, that someone was impersonating her. Some people were even saying it was AI, which I never really thought, but a lot of people are trying to figure out ways that would basically call into question the authenticity of what's been leaked. But no, she came out here with a long apology, saying this was a recording of her from almost a year ago, and she wants to address it. She basically says, I'm going to make it very quick for you guys, she is someone who says she doesn't stand by this stuff. She was in a place of protectiveness and frustration over some things going on, and she said things that she doesn't really believe. And she's someone who lives in America, and even in just 2025 alone, she's witnessed many injustices towards marginalized communities, things that I cannot unsee or ignore. Okay, Nelson Mandela. But she goes on to say she doesn't hate her fans and all this stuff. But here's the problem, as always. When you apologize to the type of people who are greatly offended by this, they're not going to accept it anyways. Bro took a whole ass year to own up. Wrap it up, guys.
Oh my
Hell no,
gosh.
I better not see anyone accepting this apology, not even a year ago. Recently, you don't just say stuff like that when you're upset. That's actually insane. Saying you've changed is just a straight up lie. You don't change from being a transphobic and racist, etc. that fast. You're only sorry because you got caught. If you had changed since a year ago, we all would have already seen the change. Alas, after wiping your account clean, which she did, it's very easy to then claim you have changed. Frankly speaking, I want you out of this community for good. If you are not any of the people affected by this, it is not your apology to accept, by the way. If you forgive her based on her words alone, kindly unfollow me. Poor choice of words, by the way, if you're not affected, because she said all men should die. So half the population just got the right to accept the apology or not. So I don't really know what this person's trying to do here, but you can see what's going on. The people who are upset about this, they're going to still be upset. They're not going to accept the apology. Also, I think in terms of where she's doing this, the fact that she's apologizing on her past life account, I think, again, that's another confirmation. Things probably aren't going to go on much longer with Nijisanji because, yeah, if you're this involved with your past life account and making apologies on there, that tells me you're probably preparing to move over there permanently. I don't think that's too surprising, but yeah, people are very polarized by this leak, and of course you're free to think whatever you want about this leak and the reaction to it. Of course, feel free to share those thoughts in the comments section down below, but I think this is...
Okay. I'm gonna say this. But if you are gonna apologize, at least just do it in person or make better content for Big. Because they're not gonna accept your apology because they know they won't change that fast. Because that one mistake could ruin your freaking entire career. That's why you can say it. That's why you don't do it in the first place. They're not gonna accept your apology anyway. No matter how much you try, they will not accept it unless you're willing to not give up in your community and let them trust you again. That's gonna be on hard mode because you literally have to keep on trying so darn hard. Anyways, I think there's another content creator who's been in this situation before. I forgot their name, but they're trying to get a trust out of this. Anyways, y'all later.
The world outside is painted white, a silent hush.